She
Okay.
keep throwing shots at them,
Women from
man.
my circle are picky, but again, I can't speak about
Chat gonna
everybody
get
else.
her
So do you
up
think
out of
it's
here in a minute.
too picky for their own good to find a guy?
Some are. Perhaps some put some boundaries, or unachievable standards also. And I'm not talking.
Chat gonna get her out of here in a minute. Oh shit.
Where's he now?
What do you mean?
Motivated by dope.
Alright, where the cut at? Where the cut? Where the cut? Where the cut at? Where the cut? Where the cut? Fill in gap. Alright.
Make efforts. I make efforts. You need to make it too.
All right, just get up and leave, please. Just get up and leave. Just
Yeah,
get out of
yeah.
here. Just leave.
Oh my god.
But you don't prepare the question.
What?
You don't prepare the question.
You don't prepare the English. Leave.
Yeah,
Just leave.
but I'm
Just
here
get up
for
and
learn.
leave. Just get up and
But
leave.
it's all good with
Just
me.
get up and leave. Just get
It's all
up and
good.
leave.
My nigga Myra be on some shit. Say you don't even prepare the English.
Women
Fuck
are
outta here.
stupid, fat, obnoxious, and hoes, and they don't qualify for the man that they think they deserve. Most girls want a guy that's over 6 feet tall, attractive, in good shape, makes a lot of money, successful, charismatic, charming, funny, witty, nerdy at the same time, all these things. But what the hell do they bring to the table? Maybe a bunch of college debt, maybe a degree here or there, a slut, promiscuous past, and they want a guy that's in the top 1%. And I just find it funny
Yeah.
because most women don't even deserve a guy that's average, but they want a guy that's superior in every way. So I think more women need to live in reality and understand that the choice that you have is sexual options. Are any of these guys going to get down on one knee and marry you? And I would argue for most women it's a no, because they don't bring the things that men typically want, which is being attractive, not being fat, not being argumentative, not being annoying, not being an embarrassment, not
Sure
having
do.
a shitty past. Like, men value these things, even though girls tend to sit there and say, no, they don't. Guys are totally okay with doing this and that. It's like, no, most guys have a point of contention with girls that are hoes. That's just how it is. No matter what women want to say, men are going to have issues with
Do
it.
you think culture plays a role? Because you were saying earlier,
No,
like in
culture
Sweden,
don't pay shit.
they don't seem to
It's a
care. They don't
personal
all want a
choice.
virgin in Sweden. So doesn't culture play a role in this? And isn't it true? Not true that most men, most places do feel that way. It depends where.
Sweden when it's younger, but eventually when dudes grow up, they want somebody they could have kids with in every
Facts.
country.
And what in Sweden is a woman, like the Swedes or the Swedish men, what's a woman who's good for that, for having kids within a family?
Are they looking for virgins?
No,
they
not
no
Sweden
such
doesn't look
thing.
for virgins the same. But what I'm saying is, I mean, look,
They don't want hoes.
the technical, if you want to be very scientific, the word is exploitative. No human likes an exploitative person. An exploitative person, it's called WTRs, welfare trade-off ratios. We all had a friend where you
He
give
killing them
more
with them,
than your friend, and your friend takes more, and it's unfair. I used to have a friend. Every
Educational
fucking time we
words.
go to a restaurant, he was rich. He would time it so he'd go to the bathroom whenever the bill would come out. It's all dudes who had money. We'd all pay. This motherfucker did this so many times. I was like, but that was showing his subconscious he was an exploitative person. So I cut that guy out of my life. He was a guy, by the way, that said he inherited $10 billion from his Middle Eastern dad. I told my friend, this guy's bullshit.
Damn.
Every time, and I remember we went to a club. It's a club across from Sushi in Hollywood. And I said, we're gonna get a big table. I'm gonna pay this bill. If this guy doesn't fucking offer, he's full of shit. He ain't no prince. Not only did he not pay, but when we left, he asked me to order him an Uber because he said he got kicked off Uber. I said, bitch, this guy doesn't have
Stop the
Uber
cap.
money.
Wow.
So that's an example of exploitative friend. He sneaks his way into your life, and you give a lot, and he doesn't give equal. That's WTRs.
Facts.
So I think any man in any country, I can only speak to the male experience, but I'm sure a woman would be the same. When you start talking about kids are look, marriage is man-made. Kids are forever. You're going to be somewhat attached to whoever you have kids with, even if you're not married. till the day you die because it's healthy for kids. You don't want to be fighting all the time. So a man, as a man perspective, men are looking for clues. Is that woman exploitative? Is she going to take more than she gives? Am I going to get in there, have kids with her, and then she's going to do something and be out the back door? So I think there's no culture where people aren't sensitive to that. I think everybody's sensitive. We all are like sniffing. I mean, you're on a date.
And then do you also agree with that men don't like women that are intelligent? Wouldn't that be better for child rearing? I mean, those kids usually end up performing better, have better proficiency in
jealous,
math,
stupid-ass
science.
women
They're
say shit
exposed to
like that.
activities that stimulate their
Well, hold on. I
cognitive
never said
development.
that men don't like women that are intelligent. I
You
said
said
that
they don't
men,
care
They
about
don't.
it.
It's not as
Yeah,
important. It's lower on the totem pole than other
we don't
things.
care.
Oh, so you don't think that, like, you would prefer
That
if
don't
also
mean
the
we
same an
don't
intelligent
care.
woman versus a non-intelligent? Or
It
do you
depended
not?
if she was intelligent enough to shut the fuck up when I told her to be quiet or not embarrass me in front of friends or not be annoying. Because it's one thing to be intelligent, but it's another thing to like be annoying and speak when
Nagging.
nagging or whatever and
So
be
IQ, do
argumentative.
you care about a woman's IQ? Especially if you're going to have children with them, because those children end up performing better. And IQ is also highly genetic, so you'd be likely to pass
I
that
think
on
it's
to
more
your
if you can follow the program the guy sets for you, because
Yeah.
I think that's more important than IQ itself.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with intelligent women, but it's not as important to me as other things. For example, if a girl's a hoe, but she's really smart, but then I got a girl that's dumb, but she's not a hoe, I'm going to take the dumb girl that's not a hoe because she's actually the smart one. She preserved her value.
But for children, like what you were saying, because you pass that on, and because stats show that kids that have parents that are higher IQ, more educated, end up doing way better, and they end up that IQ is highly heritable. Do you care about that at all?
Good parents are better than a single parent that's really smart or two parents that are really smart but they're divorced. So, for example, like my parents aren't the smartest, but
Yeah.
they were good parents. So it created a stable household, ended up not being fucked up. Because you can be a genius but still be a moron because you didn't have a good stable household.
I agree. Stability is important, but the two biggest factors to childhood cognitive development are socioeconomic status and maternal education. So,
Well, socioeconomic status, I mean, a big part of that is the father being in the house and being there with a woman that he can tolerate.
yeah, so father quality time does matter, but it doesn't. The stats also show that with single motherhood and all those stats, when you actually measure and adjust for those things, a lot of those disparities dissipate. So,
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say that
Single moms who are educated do just as good as what she's saying, do just as good or close as good as a two-parent household.
No, they don't.
or
That's-
parents that co-parent.
What stat is that?
Yeah, when people co-parent,
She
and
does
they're
all
both
this research.
educated-
No. What stat is that? Because I'd love to see that myself.
No. I was saying that
that's right.
when you adjust for socioeconomic sex, so the problem is single motherhood does create all of these terrible outcomes, but also those are people that are far more likely to live in poverty, be far less educated, so those things also add on to it. That's what I'm saying. Because when you take that away, then those kids actually don't end up with those as adverse of outcomes. With the exception of teenage boys, especially in adolescence, they do tend to do better if they have a father figure. He doesn't have to be with the mother. It's about the quality of the time they spend together and his role more so than if they're married or unmarried.
So you're advocating for single moms?
No, I am advocating for women to go get educated because your kids end up doing better statistically.
Bro.
They love
Yo,
trying to change
did,
things. They don't.
It's fine. You wanted to ask the question to Ty if intelligence matters as much. Because, I was saying for me it's not as important on the totem pole, but what about you?
Well, IQ is heritable, like you said. It's like 0.8. So I wouldn't have kids with a dumb girl. But I think with a balance of what you're trying to say, there's truth. Men, here's the thing. We search for our genes to offset our weaknesses. That's why, for example, like really tall dudes will be dating a 5'2" girl. Because that dude knows subconsciously. Like my stepdad was 6'7", and my mom was like average height, and he didn't care. And so you'll see a lot of really tall dudes. In fact, tall women complain about the fact,
Yeah.
oh, the tall dudes don't care. I'm like, because he brings so much to the table. So a super high IQ or a higher IQ dude oftentimes will not care quite as much about IQ
So you
because
don't
he's
believe in
subconsciously.
assortative mating or the similarity
Yeah, that is
attraction?
so assortative mating is an interesting one. You're smart that you know that. Assortative mating is an interesting thing. Sometimes we're attracted, but it's very domain specific. Sometimes we're attracted to our equals, like arm length studies. They've done stuff like that. But sometimes we're okay with our opposites.
Yeah, but generally people tend to date with the attraction similarity hypothesis too, across IQ, across education. Across
One standard deviation. So, for example, a man who has like, let's say a high IQ man, 145, that's pretty smart. You start to get astrophysicist level. He'll be okay with a woman that's one standard deviation. So a 145 doesn't need a 145. In
Yeah, I
fact,
agree.
the science is in general, and you could say this is good or bad, men tend to date slightly lower IQ. But
overall in the same bracket is what we're
yes,
saying.
if you're 145 IQ, if you're Stephen Hawking, 155, you can't be dating a 100 IQ. You have
Exactly.
nothing to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
But the point is, I think the truth about it is men are superficial. We think it's superficial, but it's actually very intelligent. Men are also a badass businessman. Okay, take Elon Musk. He's not necessarily out there marrying his intellectual equivalent. Look at who he married.
Yeah.
He didn't marry his intellectual equivalent. He did. I mean, he's a smart, almost savant level. So I think these are tricky things. I think what you're saying is true. Men like agreeableness.
Yeah.
But I think it goes deeper. I think where women get mad is they think it's some kind of evil thing. Men have preferences because it worked. You know? I saw this at the Amish, for example. The Amish have the lowest divorce rate in the world. Happiest people.
Always.
Old school, I'll tell you, back when there was physical labor, women never wanted men's jobs. I see it. I'm going this week. I go. Dudes are out here. I was at an Amish community that was super old fashioned. They were cross-cutting logs. And so men were strong and powerful, and everybody was good with it, and the women were okay. They're like, I don't want to do that. I want to cook and raise a family. Part of it is that men can't have kids, so you got to have delegation of the sexes. So women, we can't give birth. Women have a superpower, you know what I mean?
So women are special.
Of course. I mean,
Thank
the sex, shit, giving birth's a big fucking thing, man. That's why I think sometimes women get mad that men care that they can have kids and, we're just baby making machines. You reproduce life, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And the
They also
gatekeepers of
found that
sex.
the higher IQ for a man, the more ability he has to be married, but the higher IQ points for women, the lower the probability of finding a mate and getting married. So, like, it tells you that men don't care about that shit in general. Like, yeah, is it cool to be able to have a girl that's not a retard? Sure. But in general, like, if a girl's hot, a guy's going to be like, you know what? I'm willing to tolerate her being less intelligent. Like,
They're
men
gonna
don't
get
care
more.
about that.
They're gonna get in more arguments though because she's not gonna understand
Actually, the
and
intelligent girl's going
comprehend.
to be...
Yeah.
No.
Because she's going to be more
No.
combative.
And I'm
Yeah,
sure you
that's
know
not
about
true.
proximity.
I mean,
if you're
maybe her.
intelligent, you're around a lot of other intelligent people. If you're a lawyer like I am, I'm an exception, but you're around usually a lot of other lawyers, and lawyers tend to marry other lawyers. Doctors tend to marry other doctors. They're intelligent women or highly college educated women. Again, we're the only ones who our divorce rates aren't going down. They don't seem to have trouble finding husbands.
Yeah, it's not even agreeableness has nothing to do with age. It has to do with
Yes.
your demeanor. No, it doesn't.
Or
It
fuck.
Yeah, I'll say
you
it.
think you're gonna argue more? Have you been in relationships where you argue a lot when you're
Yeah, I'll say it.
when you're a 40-year-old couple, or you think you're gonna have more arguments in a relationship with a 21-year-old couple? The 21-year-old couple is gonna fight way more than the older couple.
Well, that's why men marry girls. Men prefer women that are younger than them.
Duh.
But if you marry a woman under 25, you're divorced. Statistically, you're going to be way more likely to get divorced.
It's
And that
a
depends on their
lie
age too, because
statistic.
there's just I don't know how many men you guys talk to, but besides in Miami, but people just want to be able to relate to the person that they're around all the time, and you can't relate that well to someone who's that
Not
much
necessarily.
younger.
Sound like you want to
hyper-masculine
date
men prefer
yourself.
Hyper feminine women.
Hyper masculine.
Yes, the guys that are the guys that women find attractive, the dominant, assertive guys, they typically want a very feminine woman.
Facts.
Well, that's a different thing. You can be feminine at any age, obviously, but agreeableness and your demeanor and your personality is something you're going to carry through your life. If you're an argumentative, combative person when you're 18,
they
you're going to be
victims.
like that when you're 40. Or if you're like a calm, like more reasonable person when you're young,
arguing, being non-agreeable is not a feminine trait. It's a,
being agreeable
no,
is feminine.
being non-agreeable is not a feminine trait. That's a more masculine trait to be non-agreeable.
Facts.
But and then that's so.
And that's what men don't like. Like, men don't want to sit there and argue with women. Like, it's...
Yeah, but that and you're right about that. But I'm just saying that being That way, it has nothing to do with age. Maybe it is about your testosterone levels.
Women
as
that are
a
younger
woman.
are going to be, if you're an older guy and you're with a younger girl, it's going to be less likely for her to argue with you. And then if she's also had less experiences, she's been less
Have you met-
promiscuous.
So why
That's
is she
not
more
true.
likely to divorce you than a woman? Who's
Why
been
you keep
She's
making
gonna
up
argue with you all the
lying-ass
time
stats,
because
man?
she's young and
I'm not
mature.
believing anything you're saying because you say a bunch of BS stats.
I mean,
Right.
guys, look it up.
you,
Don't
you
get your.
literally,
I mean,
you
they
literally
have-
come on here and you say a bunch of nonsense that
I
isn't
will post
necessarily
everything
true.
to my Instagram if you guys want to follow it.
Yeah, sure.
No,
Well,
forget it.
post
I'm just
it.
speaking.
that's what
I'm
trying
just
to say,
speaking
bro.
from
Like,
experience.
like,
Right, she making it up.
And you said
She
a bunch
making
of
it
BS,
up.
and I got a million DMs like, this is a lie, this is a
Right.
link, blah blah blah. She made this astroturf. It's
Yeah,
a
but
lie.
you don't get. That's how you don't look at you. You do actual research. You don't look at your illiterate chat or DMs.
No,
you
they
look
gave
at
me.
Damn,
they literally gave me the
illiterate
data and
chat.
they're like,
Okay,
don't
so-
bring this girl back.
So
But
look
you
at
I'll be
selling
honest,
your
I am
ass.
amazed that you're here again because it's like
I mean,
like,
I didn't
was
know.
like,
Sorry.
like, the amount of like what the
'Cause
fuck,
she
Chris?
wanted to see the new
no,
studio.
The amount of complaints that I got from you being here last
That's
time. the
all.
things that you
You
said.
should've told me that shit.
She wanted to
your
see the
chat
new
doesn't like
studio.
when you get challenged. They want to just see
No,
women getting
no,
roasted.
No, it's not about
Yes.
that.
It is
it's not about that. If
You
you're
ain't
gonna
challenging
These are
nothing.
just
gotta
the
come-
stats, guys. I'm not making this up. You guys all have access to the
Do
internet.
you
if
see
you're
how you
watching
cut him
this,
off
look
right
it
now?
up.
Like, he was
I'm
talking,
sorry for cutting you off.
but you do it many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said before.
She's so-
You've said a bunch of things that have been fact checked and they're not true.
This is true. You guys have access to the internet. You can check it.
Well, one thing on disagreeable, for sure, testosterone is what makes you disagreeable, and
She's so proving that she not a bimbo, that she's a bimbo.
total test was 1,200, and then my cousin did it, Maya, and she was 35 or something, and I told
Damn.
her, oh, you gotta do it again. The lab must have broke, and she's like, I called the doctor and he said that's normal. So men tend to be. I'll give you this example. You got somebody breaking in your house. You want 10 Navy SEAL like police dudes showing up, ripping somebody to shreds. You don't want, in general, women are going to be much less aggressive. And so when you were talking about raising kids, one of the things that science shows is that a man is, for like a son, a father and a son, there's certain times in life. It's good to always have a father around, but a father's extra important at certain times. You actually brought up teenagers. Like a son, only a father can stop a son who's big and strong from getting out of
Facts.
hand. I remember I had a big stepdad, 6'7" guy. Like I was kind of a strong-willed kid. So, yeah, the single family thing, just going back, I'm bringing up some past stuff. Sometimes there's a reason nature created, you got to go deep. Why did ferns do asexual reproduction? The plant, ferns, they do little spores. My grandpa was an expert on ferns. He used to say, there's no male and females here. Earthworms, they don't have males and females. They have, like hermaphrodite reproduction. But for some reason, nature, or if you're more religious, you could say God made sexual reproduction. And so a lot of this stuff we argue about, we're arguing with nature. We're arguing with God. God made two.
Basically.
So a kid needs two. And whenever you don't have two, you have a problem. Now, as I said, my personal belief, I don't know if I'm red pill, blue pill, whatever, marriage is man-made. A lot of times, if you believe in the Bible, these motherfuckers weren't getting married. People weren't all, marriage is a new thing. But long-term mating, man, women being together, raising a kid, that shit has been there forever and it's important. And I do think men in general are meaner, grumpier, and so a lot of dudes don't want to have a kid with their exact equal mean, grumpy woman. They just don't. There needs to be an offsetting. Now, I do agree once in a while there's happy couples where the woman is the mean, grumpy one and the male, but in general, it's just not that way. He's like, the science is in. You know what's funny? You get a lot of truth when you live on a farm with animals. Because I have a farm, and you don't have to worry about adjusting for culture. Like my cows, the bulls are fucking mean, dude. You're 100 times more likely to get killed by a bull. These bulls are mean. And actually in a textbook, this is interesting. If you look at it's called grading cattle. So if you grade cattle, which ones you buy on a farm, they actually look on a dairy cow, you look for feminine features. Isn't that crazy? You're taught, like in agribusiness school, like the top school, you look for like a cow that has bigger eyes because it's a healthier female. So a lot of this shit we argue about, nature already figured this out. So obviously humans are complex and there needs to be some variation and there's a little leeway, but the general, their patterns are here, man. The patterns are here. Men are big, strong, shit ton of testosterone, psychopaths, almost all males. You look on Wikipedia, the last 1,000 serial killers, 990 of them were men. Men are more ruthless with stuff like that. So I think there's a lot of truth. I'm a pretty alpha dude. I'm not the most alpha guy, but I'm alpha enough. I do better with feminine women. I've tried, like, the girls that I've lasted the longest with were my opposite, because I get enough of myself. When I come home, I'm like, shit, I don't want myself. You know what I'm saying? I do agree though with you on one thing. I'm not having kids with no fucking absolute stupid woman, because you will dilute your IQ too much. You will dilute your, if you're a smart dude, you can't be with the fucking moron. Like, that shit is too much of a dilution. But I don't know if I tend to not date women that are exactly into science and this and that, you know, but anyway.
Well, and don't you think that, well, okay, so then when age comes into play and you're like a 35-year-old man.
Well, now we're getting into it. Well, we started bringing up age.
Well, no, because you're saying you don't want to date a dumb woman. And then,
Yeah.
like, age doesn't mean you're dumb. If you're, 21 years old, you could have a high IQ or be intelligent, but you just don't have the life experience and the knowledge that comes with all those years. So there's still going to be a huge gap for...
That's good, though. Men want that. We want women that are moldable. Like, women value competence. We don't give a shit about that.
Some women are not moldable, and you will find that out once you're with them.
And
with them.
IQ and competence kind of go hand in hand.
Then we leave.
But yeah,
Simple.
I mean, yeah, if a girl's
somebody
not,
else.
you want a girl that's gonna follow your lead. She's gonna be moldable. She's gonna be more on your program. Like, guys or masculine men want to be with women that are gonna follow them.
So you don't want a woman who's like, okay, oh, you want this? Okay, I know what to do. Like, okay, here, I'm gonna do this. You want a woman who's gonna be like, huh? What do I do? Can you tell me what to do?
Yeah, you teach her one time, and then she's gonna learn, and she'll do it, and then she gets it.
Yeah.
So but shouldn't she like maybe learn from her parents or her family how to?
I mean, that's fantastic if that happens, but let's be honest here. Most girls come from a single-parent household with a single
Facts.
mom, right?
Most girls do?
Yeah,
Yep.
most people don't have two-parent households
Look.
in the United States.
They're not married yet.
Okay, we gonna move on.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey,
She wanna
Chad
get
wants
Frank
to go,
Castle.
man.
They want her to leave?
Yeah, they have pitchchforks and shit, man.
There you
She's
go.
been insulted.
Another Frank
Yeah,
Castle.
I mean, Chad's been.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the other thing
I
too
mean-
is like,
Nah, she gotta go.
just don't engage.
She
with-
just-
with
she
the
just-
stats, you know what I mean?
She
Like,
being an
uh,
asshole.
Posted the right stats.
She gotta go.
Shut up, bitch. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
man,
let's go,
like,
man.
no-
Come on, let's go.
literally,
You heard
the
Chris,
numbers
shut up,
of
bitch.
The more educated a woman is, the more likely she is to be divorced. Like, that's like when she has
Yeah,
it
top
jumps
off.
up significantly.
That's not
Chat
true.
is one
That
of
is
the ones.
true.
No, other people of your own chat has said it. You're looking at just people who are getting divorced and not people that are all the people that are married. Do you get what I'm saying?
Martin,
like
it's
at
your
all? Do you
She
get
trying
what
to go
I'm
back
saying?
in them old days.
So
You
what
didn't
is
look
the
at
stat? The stat
Okay,
is
so
that
women, college
which
educated
one
women
you're
are
saying?
more likely to initiate a divorce, but they're looking at couples who are getting divorced and then who's initiating a divorce. But you're looking just at couples who are getting divorced.
Oh.
But if you're looking at all couples who are married, the married college educated women are less likely to be in the group of people that are initiating divorce in the first place.
Yes,
Because
and-
they still single.
and a lot of women who are not college educated actually don't even get married in the first place, so they're
Facts.
going for divorce.
Gatorade.
Where'd you get that stat?
that might
Literally,
be-
look, even
Where'd
like
you get that-
even the
where'd that
20
stat come from?
so even 2023, it's in Forbes everything. The 2023 stats are out on divorce too. If you guys want to look up Forbes 2023 divorce, and it'll
They
go
don't
by
even
age,
get married.
It'll go by gender. I mean, not gender, race. It'll go by states, and it'll go by education, and that will tell you. It says it right there.
And what's
Forbes be
Give me
lying.
the income.
like of the people?
That's also in there. The higher income people are less likely to get divorced too because money is a big.
On Forbes?
Well, just in general, Forbes published them, and I looked at the 2023 ones on Forbes.
Just
but
Forbes,
That's also been,
right.
It's
She
every
went
year
to
it's been saying
Forbes.
kind of the same thing.
Somebody fact check that.
Yeah,
Please,
everyone's
please.
going crazy in the chat
Please.
saying she's
No.
fake
No.
stats.
Yeah, she lying.
They're going crazy, bro. Yeah, that's why I really haven't been addressing her like that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Look it up. You guys
Yeah, you're lying, shorty.
Chat-
You're
Chat
lying.
rules, man.
Yeah, okay. What we got next, Chris?
Yep. Chats.
Cause type.
Yeah, we know she lying. She lying.
Dom says, new studio is dope, gentlemen. Also, Destiny got relegated to the couch, so that's another W.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Your destiny.
I'll take it.
You're the female destiny.
Destiny actually
Destiny's cooler,
argues
though.
with
Destiny
real
is
facts.
cool. We like
I'm
that.
using it. He
Right.
said the same thing. In fact, we messaged about it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Nah,
you're
he
the
was
same
trying to
couch.
smash.
I'm saying,
No, I am.
All right.
He was
go
trying
ahead.
to smash.
Matthew
That's
says,
he was trying to
had
smash.
no idea Twin Peaks was outside Colorado, but for girls on a panel, what makes relationship be long term? Can it be loyalty, dedication, perseverance?
If you're
etc.?
gonna waste your time, yeah,
Okay.
waste
we
your
covered that
time
earlier.
with me.
We have Princess Drasurin says, guys, I finally broke up with my 304 girlfriend. You guys gave me the strength to stop putting up with the BS she was doing. She told me she had been seeing a cop behind my back for a year.
Damn.
She moved to his house. I pray that you guys keep going. Wow.
Well,
That's so messed up,
Damn.
man.
Yeah, that
Neon
is.
says, when you sneak on Neon on After Hours together, you get so many viral clips from it. I get what you did there, Neon. That's funny. The Trooper says, Andrew Tristan is like the modern day version of Bobby Seale and Huey Newton. Myron Gaines is the Fred Hampton of our times. I just pray it doesn't have the same results. Okay.
Okay.
Ronnie Bands. FNF, congrats on a new studio. Question for ladies. What are the 2 deal breakers you look for in a romantic partner? 2 deal breakers that you look for that would like end everything for you.
Deal breakers.
Yeah, deal breakers.
There's more. Okay, hold on. Somebody who doesn't communicate well, like the strong silent type. It's like not for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, communication or just
Yeah,
repressed
whatever.
people, men who are repressed with their feelings, and
She want a softie. Somebody she
who
can
are
run over.
disloyal.
Okay. For you? 2 deal breakers?
Lack of character and lack of emotional intelligence.
Told you.
What is
Somebody
emotional
soft.
intelligence? Actually, you know what? Never mind. I don't know.
You know, I know.
Okay. What about you?
Don't play that.
Cheating and verbal and physical abuse.
Somebody soft.
Verbal, physical abuse. Like, let's say we don't agree on something, we can work it out.
Hmm.
Or we don't have the same mindset. Okay, we're gonna work it out. But like, physical abuse is too much, and verbal abuse also. You can also like damage a lot of person if you're verbally abusive. And cheating. If you really like the person, you don't cheat. My opinion, might be wrong.
Well, at
but
least
that's
they
how I
gave
see
my money back.
it. Yeah.
Just gonna keep it in there though.
Okay. For you?
Yeah, like cheating, lack of communication, and don't respect each other.
In what way?
Like, don't respect and like opinions or in general.
Also, your opinion matters? Got it.
A
What about you?
A liar and a stingy person.
liar and a stingy person.
When you say stingy, what do you mean?
Stingy, like
Money,
Being
money-wise,
cheap.
just with anything. Like
nails.
I don't talk to my dad because like
Oh shit.
he's stingy. Like he never helped me out. He doesn't like.
Emotional damage.
So it's like a stingy
I like
person.
that.
Like you're just stingy. You
Emotional
don't give everything.
damage.
You want
Aww.
everything for yourself.
What did you
There
ask
it is.
before that he was stingy about?
Everything. Like
What's everything?
money to
There
get to
it
know
is.
me,
Money
like
to get to
passion,
know
like
you.
just everything. Time.
Always monies.
He doesn't want to get to know you?
Yeah, no. Not for like who I really am. Like
Yeah.
it's different to know somebody and talk somebody and to actually get to know somebody, like who they really are.
Wow.
I mean, he.
That's very telling.
Yeah, tell him.
Okay. Some damage there.
Emotional
Did your
damage.
mom like badmouth your dad? Did your mom like say bad things
Yep.
about your dad growing up?
Yep.
No,
That
she
he
told
was
me
a
you're
loser
gonna
or
get to
whatever?
know who he really is, and then I got
Oh,
to know who he really
nah.
is.
Man,
she
she
She let me
did.
like find
That
out
she
for
did.
myself.
That is so indirect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, indirect.
Okay.
Indirect way of
Yeah,
saying
that
it.
ain't shit, man. He has money. He'll
Yep.
love your ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What
Look, that's why she laughing.
I think this question has layers to it, but considering I like the person already and the small things are kind of discussed and, we have the base. The deal breakers are the non-negotiable values.
We already
So
got
me,
one
I
for
think
you.
it would be whether the person wants or doesn't want kids, considering I already like them and everything is great about them.
Right.
And also how they view their lifestyle as. If we have completely different lifestyles, I don't think it's gonna work out. Like for example, if someone wants to travel all the time, or someone is a party person and you're trying to live a healthy life, that's just not going to work out, because these things are not really negotiable, and you cannot make someone change for you in that sense.
Why don't you travel with them?
No, you can travel with them, yeah. But
Yeah, travel.
do you want
motherfucker.
to travel with them? That's the question. Is that what you want?
Interesting. I think if the girl likes the guy enough, she's gonna travel.
Yeah.
Facts.
True, yeah.
I mean, it goes back to, like I
Complicated.
said before, this is why men typically want a girl that's just gonna follow their lead and not, oh well, no, I can't travel with you because I gotta go to this business meeting. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
Bullshit. They know it's bullshit.
It's very complex, I think.
Yeah.
All right. For you?
Temper and communication.
Oh,
That's
she
simple.
she a hard head.
I would say dishonesty is the first one, and
She
then
a hard
I don't know
head.
the two, but and then consistency. Like if you're not being consistent, like I don't like wishy-washiness. Like it's either all or nothing. Like it's either
Wishy-washiness.
talk or not.
What the hell?
Interesting.
Okay.
I would say a man who doesn't inspire me. Most importantly, and a man who isn't that assertive.
All right. Ty, real quick, 2 deal breakers for you for women.
Deal breakers. Oh man, if a woman for sure never wants to have kids, it's kind of a deal breaker. Because then you're like, what are you doing? Like, how is that a long-term relationship? You know what I mean? What's my second ick? Isn't that what they call it
Yeah,
now?
they call it
Fucking ick. I saw a girl showed her boyfriend trying to ride a horse. This motherfucker didn't know how to ride a horse. She's like,
That's an
ick. I was like, that's a valid ick. This guy looked like he was. Don't be getting on a horse in front of your girlfriend if you look too bad feminine. What's my second ick? No ingenuity. Like, I saw this, Jeff Bezos speaking to him, he said he decided he would only marry a woman that if he got falsely thrown in a Mexican prison, she was innovative enough to come get his ass out. So, like, sometimes I meet women, they can't solve any problems. They're like, everything, like, oh, I'm confused. That's an ick, man. I'm like, people should be, all people, men and female, you need to be innovative. Life's gonna throw, life, like Charlie Munger says, life will throw tremendous blows at you. For men and women, and people that aren't resilient. So maybe that's it. Somebody's not. You ever meet somebody that's just everything's always dramatic about it? I'm like, what if I got unjustly thrown in a Mexican prison? This chick couldn't buy an airplane ticket. That's an ick. You know what I mean? You wouldn't end up in Mexico to try to help.
An ick.
Right.
So
what the hell is an
come
ick?
on.
All right. Some more here?
David Joseph goes, why does the fact what was that? Suck my fat ass. That's
Don't read that one, don't read that one.
Oh my god, man.
We got Rumble or not?
Yeah,
They crazy.
PL Rumble has claimed all content since Monday stream, and that's across the board. And Clips Channel is hitting me up wondering if I know anything, but I'm right there with them. Vids are allowed in use, but not revenue, so incentive for us to continue.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Let's talk to
shit.
Rumble then. Let's see
Okay.
what we could do.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. Okay.
Back to the
Someone
roots.
put the divorce stats link above.
What link is that?
Look, she thirsty.
Another Clips Channel.
She thirsty for that
That's
stat.
not. Click on the actual divorce. Okay, well, never mind.
Alright. My money.
Divorce is it? Which one is it?
I don't know.
Stats guy?
Is there? Click on that. Is that a real source?
I don't think
Well,
we
it's
can.
okay. It's
Divorce.com
okay.
blog.
It's okay. Never mind. I don't want to.
It's a .com.
All right.
Okay, college degree. 20.4 divorces per 1,000 individuals. This is the highest rate women.
No, divorce rate's 50%. So how could that be the highest rate? That doesn't even make sense.
Is he talking about
I think he's
college?
saying people who have a
educated?
college
No,
degree.
he's saying college. If you have a college degree, they're the highest.
They're not.
I'm sure
See,
that's
this is why I'll be honest, dude. Like, this is why I haven't
It
been engaged with
is.
you, because you say a bunch of bullshit, man.
No, I'm not.
Frank
I'm
Castle.
I'm gonna
I'm
show
sure
you
it
right
is.
after.
Frank
this.
Castle.
Don't help your
Literally
argument.
made like on the last show, you just made a bunch of like claims,
I did,
etc.
though.
You took about an hour, 2 hours almost.
Yeah, and it's like you just like we're arguing to argue. Like
I'm not though.
I get it.
if-
You're here to promote your
I'm not
OnlyFans
here
and
to
everything else
promote
like
my
that.
Yeah,
But
you are.
if you're gonna make
These-
ridiculous, stat claims or whatever,
These are like just look up Forbes 2023 stats.
We're on a show.
Okay,
We're
that's fine.
looking up
I'll
right
show
now.
you after.
All right, cool.
We don't want to see, but okay.
All right.
It's
Okay.
Right.
I'll show
They
you.
don't want to see
No,
it,
no,
Shorty.
It's like we've seen
It's
multiple
over.
sources that
They
say
don't
that
want to see it. It's
college
over.
educated women.
Initiate
Right.
divorce, yes.
Yes.
But they're less likely to be in the group that's getting divorced. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And you
'Cause
say
they ain't-
Destiny
because
watched a
ain't
reel
nobody
of me saying
marrying
that
them.
last time, and he messaged me like, "Oh my God, they always fuck up that stat." That's what I'm telling you. But okay.
I don't want to like interrupt, but like, do you actually like wake up and like read all those articles?
I like to read a lot.
She
yeah.
really does.
Yeah. I do. I do my
I
research.
just a question.
Yeah, I actually do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You argue in bad faith.
I don't.
And like I said
Yep,
before,
she
they've
sure
been throwing,
do.
and they've sent me this thing a million times, and it's just like, yo, they literally get frustrated, and they're like, I'm surprised that you're even here, to be honest. Like,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway.
All right, let's move on.
Um,
Because time's
So,
ticking.
Myra, salty the mug. She
Any more, Chris?
here, bro.
Yeah, we do, but we have a screen share problem. So,
Okay. AG says, Myron, big lawyer is being very disrespectful to the podcast. She's lying about her credentials, pseudo-scientific studies, Frank Castle.
I have my bar card in my purse. I can show the people off air. Like, I'm not lying. She knows me. I'm a lawyer.
Who? Who know her?
all right, man. I'll just give it to the chat. Chat, what do y'all want? You guys
Another
can go off the
Frank
show.
Castle!
I'll let them make the choice here. Because they're really annoyed with you, I'll be honest
That's
with you.
But she speaks English.
Yeah, but
They don't like that.
sometimes it's
A
better.
lot of English.
They don't like that.
I don't think his chat likes it.
What's the
Sure.
chat saying?
Raw dog.
one, get the fuck out, leave. It's
It's
gonna be ones, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, and that's kind of why I didn't engage, because I'm just.
I'll send them to you on
They got
Instagram.
really annoyed and frustrated with her on the last show, but yeah, dude. Just,
Yeah, I'll send them to you, and I'll post them on my Instagram too right now. You guys can come check it out.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the chat has spoken. Yeah, they want
Yeah,
you gone.
that's
So,
fine.
not impersonal, but yeah, you do hurt the quality of the show. So.
La 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 la. La na na
Doing it
na.
at once, dude. It's all
Hey
at once.
hey
Yeah, she's
hey.
doing it the whole time.
Goodbye. Na 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 na.
No,
Na
it's
na
not
na
about
na.
that. You argue and
Hey hey hey. Goodbye.
Okay.
So,
It's a
I know a motherfucker gonna take
Yeah.
a screenshot of that face.
and I get it. You know, you got to mark your OnlyFans and everything else like that. But it's like, Jesus Christ, man.
to all the non-married
Tell her
women.
she like to
since
talk,
you've failed in every
just to be
relationship
talking.
you've ever had, are you more of the problem or the men?
She like to talk just to be talking, man.
Important question. Hunter says, "Good
I
evening
caught
from
two
Vermont.
Frank Castles.
Got
Ain't that some
got real
shit?
fucked up teeth. Hello, who is that? oh. LOL. No way her Glock 6000 comes without teeth scraping. Resh might be into that though.
That's real
Nigga,
cute.
oh, come
That's
on,
real
bruh.
cute.
All jokes aside,
Bruh.
congrats on the
Thank you.
studio.
Thank you for the clout.
Take it one step back to go 2 step forward. Hope you guys have a killer Q4. Shout out to you, bro. That's funny.
Two Frank
Okay,
Castles.
Hunter says,
Two Frank
to the lawyer
Castles.
report, Jasmine
Oh.
or whatever the hell your
Oh.
name is. When are you going
Oh.
to give up
She
your
gone,
evil
man.
Ah.
ways?
She gone, bro.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
don't
gone.
show it.
Myron, thanks to your video about the importance of having nice teeth and cleaning regimen. I decided to straighten my
Yeah,
teeth
she's
with Clear
stupid.
Correct. I'm excited to see my results. It started 7/26. We'll finish 11/15 of this year, about 3 or 4 months total. Okay, man, that means your teeth were pretty damn straight. It didn't take you that long.
Goddamn.
Chris' new name should be Moby. Nigga, get in the gym. Myron, get the harpoon.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Chris is fat. He's gonna lose weight. Don't worry. We've been,
He's on it.
we've been
Yo.
roasting him for being a fat ass
Yeah.
for a bit now. So don't worry. He's definitely gonna lose weight.
He's on it. He's on it.
Myron, one criticism is that that after your book you had stats falling out your ears. Now you're asking the chat to check what the lawyer said last show. But what the hell? I know you're busy, but no, bro. It's because I've already said it that it's a bunch of BS. so it's like that's why I'm not even
So
gonna
memorize
engage
that
it.
is going to be silly, bro.
Yeah.
Why would we memorize that?
The wide shot is likely too wide. The guests are too small. Ty is awesome as a guest. I wish the earlier show had been longer. Yeah, me too.
We'll do part 2.
Yeah. Sorry, you blue pill or red pill? Chat is roasting you. All these girls are stuck up, and I don't see one feminine person at the table. Myron, please put these low IQ idiots in their place.
Come on, blue pill.
That
Let
low
me
IQ
answer
is
that.
a good thing.
I'll answer that. I think dude, I'm fucking busy. I can't keep up with every fucking nickname for shit. I probably. So, by the way, red pill is. I'd probably say I'm 60. I don't know about blue pill, dude. I always drop out of society, meaning like people try to pin me down. I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna be able to fucking. You may be used to be able to pin motherfuckers. You will never be able to pin me down. As I told you, like I'm a straight science dude. I end up agreeing, I think, with a lot of the stuff you're saying here. Look, smart people just if you ever go on a show and every smart person agrees, that's a bullshit show.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, you know what I'm saying? I do think the modern world has. I'm not woke. I think the left woke. I lived in California. I had to leave California because it just got too stupid. Crime everywhere. Like, it's just insane. So I think you can be too alpha. I'll put it that way. I think if you're a 10 out of 10, if this world was just pure alpha, it would be horrible. But what happened is the world swung so far the other way.
Right.
Facts.
It's like common sense, man. The death of common sense. So, you know, for me, I don't know. I can't speak to it because I don't like to be labeled. But I guarantee you, I wore a gray. I think I'm a gray. Is there a gray pill?
Well, you just made one up, man.
I'm a fucking OG, bro. I get the gray pill right there.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. What else? Okay. No, got that one. Ty Lopez, besides Bitcoin and ETH, which coins are you bullish on for the next bull run?
Yeah, I'm gonna line up all my haters in a stadium. When I start, my biggest video was my YouTube crypto one. I got 100 million views in a month. I got kicked off by YouTube. I had to hide it.
Oh shit.
So I told people when Bitcoin was 3,500, buy Bitcoin, and people were like, Ty's getting people buying at the top of the market. ETH was 175. I like Bitcoin and ETH. I think Monero's an interesting one. I think the privacy stuff is going to become
the privacy gonna be big.
Overreach now in the modern world. The governments are getting too strong. So I think Monero is an interesting one. There's
that Litecoin.
Stable coins are interesting too. Just old fashioned. You know, there's different stable coins. But the thing I like,
and Dash,
these banks, like 4 big banks have failed. Silicon Bank failed, you know. So it's good to have some coins that change in value, like Bitcoin, ETH, you know, some stuff that moves around, some altcoins. But don't sleep on keeping some of your liquidity in stable coins. You know what I mean?
All right. All right. Thanks, to you, Myron. You fresh. I'm 20 years old and about to make 6 figures at my job in about 2 to 3 months. Got my stuff together because of you guys. Ladies, what would you do to be guys' peace in life? We're short for time, I think, so we're just going to go on. Move on. Next one.
Okay.
To this chick. Bro, they literally, like...
They were writing in the chat.
Yo, man. Yeah, a lot of complaints.
Amstead. Loving the new set, guys. Still having some streaming issues on Rumble, though. Also, Jay, I'm a litigator, and I can tell you you're not a real lawyer.
No, pass.
If you were,
Sorry,
you
pass.
just say what law school you went to. Okay? Precious balls.
Yeah!